guys, welcome to Let's Simmer Down With, a show where I interview awesome people from the Sims community. And today we have a very special guest on the show. You might know her as xSimSugar or SimSugar or even Laura. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for taking the time to sit down and answer some of the questions some people might have for you. I actually have someone from Twitter who wanted to ask 2 questions to you, so we'll get into that later, though.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Interesting. So tell me a little bit about you. For those who don't know, who is xSimSugar? That's sort of a tongue twister at the same time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you said, I go by a few things. My name being Laura, and I come from Scotland, if you can't tell by my really strong accent. And I live with my husband, Chris, and we've been married for 5 years.
Oh, congratulations.
And yes, it's going well. Still love him. Obviously. And we have just recently got a kitten at 16 weeks.
Aww.
And I love him to bits. And I always put pictures up everywhere, so I've turned into a bit of a crazy cat lady. And I never thought I would be, but I've got the bug. So that's really me. Very family orientated. Love my family. Love The Sims. That's basically me in a nutshell. Nothing too amazing.
Well, how did you get into The Sims?
So it was... How did I? Do you know what? It's a question I remember The Sims 2 more, but I definitely played The Sims 1 because I remember playing it with my brother. My brother, there's a few years difference between us. And I remember sitting in my kitchen on the old PC. It was like a big box, it was like, it was huge. And you still had dial-up internet.
Oh my goodness.
That's how young I was. And we were playing it, and I remember that we'd had a baby. Because my brother and I were playing it together, so the family that we were playing with had a baby, and we just were rubbish. So it ended up the baby get taken away, and I remember my brother was in absolute hysteric tears, crying.
No, aww.
Because this baby got taken away in The Sims, and that's my earliest memory. But he's 21 now, so never. I hope he never sees this. And knows that I've told everybody that he was crying over The Sims. Bless him. Yeah.
Hopefully he won't be too mad if he finds out.
No, we're quite close. He'll be all right.
Good. So you started Sims 1, and you said your favorite was Sims 2? Or you've played more of The Sims 2? Yeah,
so that's whenever I was older, so I remember more of it. So The Sims 1, I remember playing it, but I couldn't really tell you much about it if you'd asked me. But Sims 3 is my favourite, definitely. Yeah. I like the whole open world aspect of it, and I really like that. It doesn't feel restricted, and I really love The Sims 3. Love it. Obviously, I wouldn't have started a channel.
Yeah. Well, speaking of your channel, sorry, tell me a little bit about your current legacy challenge, or one of your challenges, because you've got many on there.
Yes, I have. So my newest one that I started was 100 Baby Challenge, which was extremely popular on YouTube. And I did hang off for a while to do it because I thought, well, so many other people are doing it. But I just thought to myself, well, let's go ahead and do it. And my friend April, do you know Sims 3 Symbiote? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so her and I are best of friends, and we thought, we both fancied doing the challenge, and we thought, let's do a twist on it. So we created the whole backstory of, a dystopian future that they had to have the 100 babies to repopulate after a virus. So it just added a bit of a story behind it. So that's my newest one. But I've got my Disney Legacy, just what you were saying about Legacy. I've got a Disney one running at the moment, and we've done Cinderella, was Generation 1, Toy Story, Generation 2, and we're just about to move on to Beauty and the Beast soon as well. So loads of stuff, but I'm always wanting to start new LPs, and I need to keep remembering myself I don't have the time.
Yeah, it's already time consuming to continue one LP.
Yeah, and I work full time as well, so it's definitely time consuming, but I love it, so can't really complain.
It's a challenge you don't mind doing.
No, not at all.
Well, you've got so many challenges. Like, out of all of your Sims, which one have you always preferred playing with, and why?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I would say that Cinderella is my favourite
Oh yeah.
from the Disney. Cinderella from the Disney Legacy. And I think it's because I've had her since she was a child and she had such a hard life at the start and she was like a little slave girl and it was just
Aw.
such a shame. And then she blossomed and it sounds strange to get attached to a gaming character, but you know, you do because you're like, she's came so far and I just love her. I just do.
Aw.
And I'm going to be so sad because I know she's going to die
Yeah, I
at
was
one
just
point.
thinking about that. I was like, well, what are you going to do when she's going to die? Are you going to keep her and try to bring her back to life? Or are you going to feed her ambrosia? Not ambrosia, but, you know, are you going to make her immortal?
No, I think I'll let nature take its course with her, but I think I'll definitely have a really special video, a tribute to her for sure. Absolutely, positively will have it. I won't make it really for anybody else, but she'll get a tribute video and some music and all
Aw,
that jazz.
it's going to be sad. You're going to have people busting out Kleenexes and stuff.
Well, I hope they do, or I've not done it right.
Uh,
But,
Well,
yeah.
I had a question for you, but you kind of answered it already because I was going to ask you if you had more plans for your YouTube channel or more legacy challenges. But clearly you're already way too busy with the current challenges that you have, plus your real life.
Well, I've got my big brother coming up.
Yeah, that.
So I've got that coming up. So that's the one I'm starting in the next couple of weeks. So and my Runaway Teens finishing up soon as well. So that should give me a bit more time for the Big Brother. So we're getting there.
You had auditions going for Big Brother, right?
They're still going. So people have got 2 weeks. When did I post that? I can't even remember when I posted the video. I think it's about a week and a half left or something to do the audition pieces. But I've had so many more than what I expected. But no men. So any men, in fact, no, sorry, I had one man send one today, which was really good. But I need men. I've got like 60 female auditions and one male audition.
You're going to have to start tweeting male simmers out there.
I'm going to have to start stalking them, yeah. Yeah. I did already say to one of them, Wee Albert, I don't know if you know him, but he's a Scottish simmer, and I keep saying to him, audition.
Please, I'm kind of begging you.
The way it's going, I'm going to have to get my husband to do one.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty good idea. You already have the audio setup going there, so that might be good.
Well, true, and we did that video together and people seem to like him, but I don't know about his acting skills, to be honest.
Whoops. Wah, wah.
Yeah, I can't imagine it, but there you go.
So what's your favorite Sims game and expansion?
So Sims 3 and the expansion. So I really liked Island Paradise, and I know that the actual Isla Paradiso has a lot of lag and a lot of routing issues and things like that.
Oh.
But I do think that the expansion pack itself was great, you know, with the houseboats and being able to build a resort and do all that sorts of stuff. Do you know what I mean? I just thought that that was really good. The scuba diving, it just added a lot to the game that maybe other expansions haven't really. And it also fits quite well into other worlds, you know. So you could take the houseboats to Sunlit Tides or something like that. You're not very restricted with it. So yeah, I'd probably say that's the one I was most excited about and happy to play, I think.
Oh, that's cool. You see, because some of the reviews, well, not that I've read, but I've been told about by some friends, some of them were like, no, you should get seasons instead, because I was asking what kind of expansion I should have gotten next. They were saying that expansion they didn't really care for, and see, you're telling me that it's your favorite expansion, so now I'm really torn.
I do like Seasons. Seasons is good. It does add a whole other element to the game. So yeah, I would absolutely say Seasons is a must-have. So it's hard because they're all good, and I couldn't imagine not having any of them apart from Into the Future. I'm not that keen on that.
No,
No.
is it the sci-fi theme going on that you don't really enjoy?
No, I like sci-fi. I got the expansion and I sent one family into the future, played about for a couple hours and just thought, I'm really bored.
Oops.
I know. Don't shoot me, anybody that loves it.
I doubt that they will.
But I just wasn't into it, and I was going to do an Into the Future LP, but then after that I thought, I can't make an LP out of this. I just can't. So, and plus everybody and their granny had a Into the Future LP out, so it didn't need another one, especially when I wasn't that keen on it.
Right, exactly. Because if you don't really enjoy it, why do it, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So what are your thoughts about The Sims 4? Are you excited for it?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I am. I'm excited for. At first, I wasn't sure because it does look so different. But now, looking at the newest pictures that have come out, absolutely, the hair looks a lot better. Because that was one of my concerns. I was like, the hair looks terrible from the first images. But now that I know it's ridiculous, but I'm obsessed with hair, like custom content hair. Oh my god, I could shop for hours. But yeah, so now that I know that the hair's okay, I'm looking forward to it.
That's really cool. I lost my train of thoughts. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It'll come back to me anyways.
Okay.
Because The Sims 4, oh yeah, E3. Yeah, we haven't seen much about it. E3 is coming out in like 2 weeks, a little bit more than 2 weeks. Well, by the time the episode's gonna be released, it's gonna be like 2 days.
I know.
But yeah, I'm very excited to see what they will offer us, to show, and because what they've shown already was character customization, but they don't really show us, the wardrobe, and is there going to be any designs on the clothes? Is there going to be, can you adjust eyelashes, for example, because they kind of just look like one black line,
And I think it would be good to see the actual gameplay and what the world is like. That's what I'm really interested in. I think E3 is just an exciting event anyway, not just for The Sims, but just for, I love loads of games, not just The Sims. So E3 is a super exciting time for any gamer, I think. I think it's on the gaming calendar.
Yeah. What other games do you like to play?
So primarily I started out gaming on the Xbox. And then the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. But when I started my channel, that's when I started building my gaming PC. So I like things like the first-person shooters like Call of Duty.
Oh, do you?
Wow. Yeah, I've got a boy side to me. Battlefield and things like that. And I love the Walking Dead Telltale series as well, Telltale game series. And did you see they're bringing out a Game of Thrones one?
Yes. Yep.
That looks amazing. So I'm super excited for that as well. So yeah, I've got a lot of sides to me. It's not just The Sims.
Are you gonna do a LP about the Game of Thrones one?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely. I know that it's not a Sims game, but I think people will like it. Like, I don't want to set up another channel just for that, so hopefully people will like it. My subscribers are really supportive anyway, so they probably will be fine with it. I'm quite lucky. Really lucky.
Well, you don't really have to make a second channel for that, I guess. There's a lot of people that do that. They create a Sims 3 channel, and then another channel for PS4 games and stuff. But whoops, people are gonna hear that. That was my Facebook. I apologize. But yeah, I think it'll bring more diversity to your channel as well. So that's a good thing.
I would like to have that because there is so much more games that I do enjoy, but at the same time, I know most people have subscribed for The Sims, so I think I'll need to introduce it slowly, slowly but surely, keep it in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose I shouldn't have called myself SimSugar. That's kind of, I guess, limited myself.
Nah. Nah, I think that's cool. It's fine.
Oh, thank you.
But going back to The Sims, what would you like to see more of in the Sims community?
In the actual community or in the game?
Yeah, no, the community itself.
Supportiveness.
Yeah.
I think that it's really difficult to get noticed when you're a small channel, and I think that not a lot, that's not a lot, that's not fair, but I think there's a certain fear whenever someone comes on the scene, with some LPers, and they think, oh, they'll steal my subs, so I'm not going to promote them, or I'm not going to shout them out, which is just, it's not nice, and it's wrong, because there's plenty of room for everyone, and I think you should absolutely support. Like, I get emails like on a daily basis asking for advice, and I reply to every single one of them, because I remember what it was like and how hard it is. And at the end of the day, what's the harm in tweeting about someone's video or actually going to check out their videos? Because I remember Urban Sims, like, I had been her subscriber for ages, and I'd been messaging her, and I told her that I'd started my channel, and she'd actually came to one of my videos, watched it, left a comment and subscribed. And honestly, the feeling that gave me was great, because somebody that I'd admired actually said, you know what, you're good at this.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people need. They need more encouragement. So that's what I would like to see, more people being more free with promoting other channels.
That's a very good one. I agree 100%. I think people should just get together instead of, like you said, they kind of have a fear of losing subscriber, which it wouldn't be, because people are asking for more. They're eating Let's Plays and
No, absolutely. Like, there's people that I started with, like Sophie Sims and Ashley B Plays. Like, we all started around about the same time, and we all got really friendly. But bigger simmers like Sims 3 Symbiote and Urban Sims, they're more than happy to help and take you under the wing, and it makes a big, big difference. Absolutely. 100%. It makes it a more welcome and friendly environment. That's why I would never ignore anybody's email. Never. Even if it takes me 3 weeks, I'll get to it.
Wow, you seem like a very, very nice person.
Oh, thanks.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, my gran always said, treat people like you want to be treated, so that's what I try and do.
Yeah.
But I'm no angel, though.
Pardon me?
I'm no angel. I've got a grumpy side to me sometimes.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
So what tips or advice would you give someone who is starting their own Sims videos?
So make sure you have, like, you will need to be realistic. So you are going to have to spend a bit of money on it. You're going to have to buy a recording software, and you're going to have to buy a microphone, and try and get a decent microphone, because there's nothing worse than crackling, and I can't watch it. I really, really struggle if there's a video and it's really poor quality recording, and it's the person could be the most amazing LP in the world, but it just needs to be right, I think. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I think
it kind of gets annoying and...
But I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, when I started out, my headset was like £25. So I'm not talking about going and buying £100 mic or £200 mic. I'm just make sure it's not like a £1 shop microphone.
Yeah, one that you've picked in a garage sale or.
Yes, and don't spam other people's videos. Just don't do it, because there's nothing worse than you're reading through your comments and people are going, check out my channel. It's like, it's not that I really care, because like I say, I'm happy to promote other people, so I always leave them. I don't delete them, but it puts other people off. So people are very unlikely to go to those channels.
Yeah.
And if you're the simmer who's constantly on like Life Simmers videos or Jessica's or mine or whoever, and you're saying watch me, you're less likely to watch them. So it's backwards. It's not productive. So just be genuine. Comment on the video, but make sure you watch the video. But comment on it. a well thought out comment can get you noticed as well, if it's genuine.
Yeah, definitely. Not comment just for the purpose of commenting.
Yes, exactly. So that's my top 2 tips.
That's very good tips. Let me just refresh my Facebook page because I closed it before, and the questions were there for you. Okay, so we've got a question from Christina who's asking, what is her favorite hair or spare in the Legacy Challenge thus far? Oh, you kind of answered that right before it was the Cinderella one.
Yes, yeah.
And of all of the challenges that you've played through your game, which is your favorite?
I would probably say the 100 Baby. And I know I'm only on like episode 14, but it genuinely is so much fun to do. And I'm loving that the most and probably the most excited about that. And I can't wait to record more, do you know, that way. So I like it. I do like it. That's probably say that one.
Cool. Well, one last question. It wasn't written there. I was wondering, what's your recording schedule look like?
So I do work full time. So a Wednesday I get the house to myself. So Chris is out and it's just me. And I basically start recording about 11. I need to do a full week's recording in one day.
Wow.
So I start about 11 o'clock and then just sometimes record 7 different things, which can take a while, and then I'll edit it. So probably on a Wednesday, I'll work for about 14 hours on my channel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But other people probably have the same time, but spread over the week. But I just have that one day that I can record everything. So Wednesdays are a write-off. Nobody sees me on a Wednesday.
That's your most busiest day of the week.
I know, if someone asked me to do something on Wednesday, I'm like, oh no.
Forget that.
I know. Or if you have to go to something, like I had to go to a doctor's appointment and I just felt like my whole week was thrown. I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm not going to be Pardon me?
My schedule. No, I'm just saying that's my schedule.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool schedule. That's a good tip to take one day to do it all, if you can afford a day to record.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the interview, and thank you very, very much for taking the time. I'm sure there's a lot of people who will very much enjoy this.
No, thank you. And can I just say, I think you sound like Jennifer Lopez. I don't know why, but I think you sound like her.
I do?
I think so.
Well, I definitely don't don't sing like her, but...
No, you do. I think your voice really reminds me of her.
Ah, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. If people would like to get in touch with you, where could they do that aside from your YouTube channel? So
I do have a website. I can send you the link and you can put it in the description if you want. It's just www.xsimsugar.co.uk. So it's a .co.uk address. But I'll send you a link, Val, and you can link it if you want.
Well, I think it's on basically all of your YouTube videos, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how I got in contact with you.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well then. So yeah, that's about it. Or I suppose you could Skype. I'm thinking about doing like a Skype call at some point to my subscribers, but I don't know how that's going to work.
Huh. Interesting.
So, yeah, I'll need to think about it, I think. See how it goes.
Well, thanks again. And for you listeners out there, stay tuned for more interviews with the Sims 3 community people. If you are in the Sims 3 community, community, period, either you're a YouTuber or a blogger, you can get in touch with me. In the description below, you will find all of that info. So once again, thanks a lot, SimSugar.
No, thank you.
And have a great day.
You too. Thanks very much.
Welcome.
Bye.
What? What the fridge?